Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your birthday reading. Happy birthday to you all. Hope you've had a good birthday, having a good birthday, planning a good birthday. Anyway, this is a 10 card Celtic cross. And before I start your reading, I just got to give a quick warning. I do have another dog in the house. She's called Mango. She's my son and daughter-in-law's dog. She's beautiful, but she's a bit yucky, so you might hear her. Anyway, let's get on. So, dear spirit guides and angels, please join me in this reading for Sagittarius. Make it helpful, hopeful and healing. Now we're going to start a Celtic cross. I'm going to go through each position, the meanings and or the placements, sorry, go from there. Okay, so what's at the heart of the reading for Sagittarius, please and thank you? We have the Hanged Man. Crossing is the Three of Cups. What you're putting out to the universe is the Seven of Cups, your crowning energy. Your recent past is the Eight of Swords. Sorry, just checking my mic there. The Hierophant is your future coming up for you. The Knight of Cups is bubbling under the surface. You at the moment are sitting as the Ten of Swords. The Ace of Wands is your external influence, external factors, I should say. Your advice is the Moon. And the Sun is your potential outcome. Wow, what a beautiful card to end on. So with this being your birthday month reading, I would say like this tarot isn't exact with the timings. 4 to 6 weeks, I would say, would do this one for. Okay, so at the moment, the heart of the reading is all about the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is a major arcana. And what this is all about is you taking stock of a situation. You'll put the brakes on something and decided to take a step back and look at it from a different perspective. There's something that you're thinking, maybe I need to look at another angle of this. Maybe you need to remove yourself from a situation that you may be a bit too embroiled in. You have the Three of Cups crossing you. Now, the crossing card is what is your challenge with this Hanged Man. Now, it can mean a couple of things. It can mean that, you're not getting out as much as you should be. You've lost some communication with friendship groups and networking, or you are trying to remove yourself from a group of people here. Now, the Seven of Cups is what you're putting out to the universe. Now, the Seven of Cups, again, cups is the relationships, friendships, relationships, matters of the heart. And you can see she's got a lot of choice there. I feel like you are opening up. There's something about you, as I say, drawing back from a community of people or group of people at work, team or whatever it might be. And what you're doing here is thinking, right, okay, what are my other options here? Maybe you feel a little bit restricted in the friendships and relationships that you're in at the moment. And without even realizing it, you get into this kind of rut, don't you, of the same people. This is you saying, actually, I need to be thinking more along the lines of what else is out there, who else is out there, what other groups can I join, what other options are open for me. Now, the Eight of Swords is what's in your recent past. And I think that's what's led up to this Hanged Man, because this is you feeling a little bit entrapped, especially if you feel like, you're in surrounded by people that may be a group of people here. They could be quite toxic around you, or, it just makes you feel inadequate, because the Eight of Swords is about self-sabotaging thoughts. You can see she's got the swords in front of her, and the swords represent the swords are the mental suit. These represents her thoughts, and she feels quite trapped within her thoughts here. So it can be, when you're kind of like putting yourself down, you just, as I say, I feel like you've been stuck in a rut lately. Now, coming up in your near future is beautiful. You have the Hierophant. The Hierophant means quite a few things for me. This is a major arcana, and it's one of the most spiritual cards in the deck. This can mean, coming up for the future, perhaps you're deciding to move away from this Three of Cups group and join a more of a spiritual group. Go with the tribe, find your tribe energy. This is. The Hierophant is very guru energy. Maybe you are thinking of becoming a leader, somebody that actually can demonstrate spirituality, because that's what the Hierophant does also. But it's also about high levels of commitment. It can be about marriage, commitments to the church again, or government environments, you know, something that's about hierarchy. So again, can mean many things. I'm more led to think about you are trying to remove yourself and relook at some commitments here to a group of people. Now, the Knight of Cups is in your subconscious, is bubbling under the surface. If you are feeling like this, perhaps you're waiting for an apology, because the Knight of Cups for me is the card of apologies, or there's an apology coming in for you. It's also about proposals. This could be something that you're waiting to come in, somebody to propose to you. Now, it doesn't mean propose with marriage. For some of you, it could be, especially with the Hierophant, which is the card of marriage. Are you waiting for that? Or it's also the card of divorce, because it's about, you're looking perhaps, what are you looking at through different eyes here? Is it your marriage? Is it about your levels of commitment? Are you waiting for a new offer from somebody that it's literally going to sweep you off your feet? Now, the Ten of Swords is you at the moment, and this is stick a pin in me, I'm done. How much more are you going to do to me? It's swords again, it's the mental suit. But you can see this is the end of some really stressful times. I think by going with that Hanged Man energy, you taking a step, whatever this might be, you removing yourself from this being in the center of something, you take a step back and you look at something else from a different perspective, from an outsider's point of view, then you are sitting as the Ten of Swords. It's like, right, okay, Ten of Swords, right, I'm now putting an end to this. This can't go on any longer. The Ten of Swords is also the blessing in disguise card. It's often we think, oh my gosh, that was awful, that was so upsetting. But when you look back, I bet you, from any situation in your life that's been absolutely awful, we can always find a lesson that we learn from it. Now, the Ace of Wands, how gorgeous is this? Is your external factors coming up. There is new beginnings. There is something coming in, some offer coming in that gives you your fire back in your belly. You are the wand suit, Sagittarius. And this is the only wand on the table. And so there's an external factor. Again, maybe it's this Knight of Cups coming in with this offer, this, even if it is an apology, it gives you that fire back in your belly to go, right, okay, well, now I can move on and start something afresh. Maybe it is an offer of a job or a new perspective on something. The wand suit is, like I said, it's about your determination. Often relates to our jobs also, because it's about our creativity too. So there's something coming in with that Ace of Wands. Now, the advice is the Moon card. Now, the Moon card, another major arcana. How many have you got? You've got 4 major arcanas here. So it's quite a balanced reading all in all. Now, the Moon card is the card of Pisces, and the advice of the Moon card, you can see it's a very confused card. It's like, a bit hazy thinking, really, really not knowing which way to turn. But the advice is, let's get things out in the open, because what the Moon does in reality, let's face it, when we have a full moon, it rises the tides rise and things come to the surface, and then the tides go out and then everything comes to the surface. So it's like, the advice is, get it off your chest, get rid of this, haziness, this fuzzy mind, if you like, this not knowing which way to turn. And then you have the Sun card as your potential outcome, and this is the most positive card in the deck. So what I'll say to you at the moment, if you have a pending question going on in your head, the Sun card is the biggest yes to that question in the deck. It's about positivity. It can be about being abroad in the sunshine too. It's just vitality, it's energy, and again, it's very much you, Sagittarius. It's a Leo energy, but you're obviously Aries, Leo, Sagittarius are all in the same elements. So yeah, lovely, lovely. Let's do some clarifications though. So although I feel like here it's a little bit tricky, there's some sort of reassessment, taking a step back on a commitment that you're making at the moment, or trying to remove yourself from a group. It will be a blessing in disguise. That's what I feel from this reading. Okay, so we're going to clarify the Hanged Man with the Three of Cups. What can you clarify that a bit more? Oh my goodness. Okay, that's too many. I just want the one, especially on a Celtic cross. It just can get too many cards. Wow, we've got the Page of Wands. Yeah, so the Page of Wands, with that, you could be dealing actually with one person within that group of three people. Now, that would be somebody who's a little bit irresponsible, let's say, because the Page of Wands is very like footloose and fancy free. As a positive, it's like, well, let's put a fresh perspective on this. Let's have an ambitious outlook. But I think that's this, for some reason, I feel this Page of Wands is within this group that you need to perhaps remove yourself from, take a step back from. The Page of Wands on its own can be really good fun. But at the same time, they don't want to take responsibility. They want the credit, but they don't want to take responsibility for anything. So a little bit like slopey shoulders energy. Now, the Seven of Cups is what you're putting out to the universe. And I just think, again, look, she's just contemplating, what other choices do I have? It's cups, it's friendships and love, relationships, matters of the heart. And that's good, because I just feel like you're broadening your horizons when it comes to your social circles. Okay, we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, it's because, so the Six of Pentacles in the upright is about money coming in. It's about a balance that whatever you're putting in, you're getting back, but it's in reverse. And so it's like that's hence why you're rethinking about some friendships and relationships, maybe that you think, well, hang on a minute, I'm not getting back what I'm putting in, whether that's money, also some sort of investments, but this is about investing time and energy and receiving that back from the universe or from these people. Hence, you are rethinking who you surround yourself with. That's not a bad thing. That's about self-worth there, Sagittarius, and I like that, because the Eight of Swords is your past, and this is self-sabotaging thoughts. This is feeling trapped, and I think you've just fallen into this just accidentally, and it's not till you look back you think, oh my gosh, yeah, I was really not in a good place there. You know, these people made me feel inadequate, or this situation. Oh my goodness me. Okay, so we do have two coming out there. And we have the Strength card with the Eight of Cups. Now, the Eight of Cups, you can see they just want to walk away from something. You know, they know with the Eight of Swords, it's not serving them. Their thoughts are, you know, quite toxic about themselves. There's a lack of confidence, but you know that you've made this decision on this Eight of Cups that you've just got to leave that behind. That again, it's cups, friendships, relationships, and matters of the heart. You have the Strength card. You know you have the strength and the determination and the courage to deal with it. But some of you could be walking away from a Leo again. There's a lot of Leo here. You've got the Strength card and the Sun card for both Leos. Also with the Eight of Cups, I always think, yes, it's about walking away and leaving situations behind that are not serving you, but it's also because you've outgrown something. So this doesn't have to be a malicious, upsetting energy. It can just be that you're thinking, hang on a minute, their goals and desires are not mine anymore. It doesn't mean to say that you're walking away and leaving them forever. You're just separating yourself from this and thinking, actually, I've moved on, I've grown up a bit, or you can be on this trajectory with people, can't you? But then you go off on your path and they go off on theirs, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's called growth. You know what? We are not stuck with the same friendships and relationships for our entire life. Could you imagine? Oh, I just feel like it's just something like that. But anyway, let's carry on. The Hierophant. Why do we have the Hierophant for Sagittarius, please? Coming up in the future. And I think the Hierophant also is you joining and finding your tribe, which is lovely. Now that can be a work can be relationships, it can be marriage. As I said, let's have a look. A Hierophant has a lot of meanings for me. Why are you here, Hierophant? Oh my goodness, we have my dad. Now, obviously, it's not my dad, it's the Page of Cups, but it always reminds me of my dad. The Page of Cups. Oh, wow. Okay. The Page of Cups is the Dare to Dream energy. The Page of Cups is going with the flow. But it's also pleasant surprises. There's something coming up quite spiritually, some commitment that is going to, I just think this Ten of Swords here, when I said it's a blessing in disguise, there's some lovely surprise coming in for you. Because the Page of Cups is, they have no boundaries. The Page of Cups is very Piscean, very go with the flow. You know, if you think, again, for some of you, if it is about marriage, you think, I'm too old to do that. This chap here is like, you're never too old. You know, pages represent a younger energy. His energy is really young, even though he looks old. It doesn't matter your age. There's something very dreamy and unexpected going on here. Let's do one more, Sagittarius. This is lovely. Oh my gosh, you've got more cups. 10 of Cups. Whatever it is, it makes you feel absolutely fulfilled. The 10 of Cups is the ultimate goal, if you like. This is happy people, people around you. Again, I just really feel like some of you, this is some sort of to do with a marriage and also a divorce. It can make you, I'm not being funny, but you know what? Sometimes it can make you feel, what do I want to say, more, feel that you're happier with the children, you're happier in the environment that you are. This is about your happiness and your fulfillment here, Sagittarius. But again, if it's going and finding your tribe, it is like, look, this is finding your tribe. This is, you know, these guys both got children, they've both got a lot in common. They can share the cups. Gorgeous energy. Okay, Knight of Cups. There is something bubbling under the surface. This is a proposal coming in of the heart. And again, if we can read black and white into that as a marriage proposal. Let's have a look, however it resonates. Ace of Swords, really lovely. Now, when I said before, this could be actually an apology also, because I always see the Knight of Cups as hand on heart, I'm really sorry. You know, he would do that. Because he loves, he wants to make you happy. He wants to offer you something. Now, with that Ace of Swords, it can actually represent the truth also. So the truth of the matter is being revealed here. It can also give you, as a result of the truth, it gives you mental clarity and it gives you focus to focus on one thing. That's bubbling under the surface. Now, the Ten of Swords is how you are with the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is about wanting to achieve your own goals, you having your own mission in life, so to speak. So it's like you are wanting to put an end to these self-sabotaging thoughts. And then now, this is lovely, you're like, right, okay, what can I do for me? Because this is about high levels of commitment to a goal that you want to achieve. So I always liken this to, you know, I have a 9 till 4 job. 4 o'clock comes, I'm like, I'm off. The Eight of Pentacles for me is my tarot. It's like, I'll work into the night to do this. This is my goal. This is my my domain. Do you know? Do you see where I'm coming from? It's like an independent earning here. I feel like you're being released from something here. And then, you know, this is your goal. This is what you want to achieve now. So it's always good to have a goal in mind, because you've got the Ace of Wands there and as an external factor. Now, it could be somebody coming in with this, say, this Knight of Cups, bringing you this Ace of Wands in for you. This is a new offer that puts a fire in your belly. Let's have a look. Ace of Wands. Why are you here for Sagittarius? Empress. Wow. You have so many cards to do with marriage, birth, children, But the Empress also represents new ideas with that Ace of Wands. Now, you could have an Empress around you. This would be somebody, possibly a Libra, somebody who is a very calming influence on you. They would be very feminine in their ways. They just, when I say feminine, I don't mean to say they put makeup on and wear a dress. I mean to say that they are soft in their outlook and their approach. You could be collaborating with an Empress around you. She trusts the universe. She knows her worth too. And she gives birth to new ideas, which is that Ace of Wands. Maybe she's the one bringing in that Ace of Wands for you. Let's just do one more on that Empress, please, and thank you. For Sagittarius. Wow. You've got some powerful cards here. You've got Judgment as an external influence. This, I don't know if you've and ahed about partnering with somebody or having somebody in your life before, because we've got Judgment now, and Judgment is, right, now's the time. So it's like you've and ahed about this possibly before, Sagittarius. And the Judgment card is here. Usually it's got the Archangel Gabriel on with the trumpet of communication, and people are coming out of their boxes, if you like. It's like, for whatever reason, now is the right time for you to be in this Empress energy, to have this Empress energy around you with this Ace of Wands. Really exciting energy, Sagittarius. Love it for you. Beautiful. Okay, the Moon is your advice. It's something about getting things, let things come to the surface now. Clarified by, you've got more cups. The King of Cups. Wow. Okay, the King of Cups with the Moon is very much saying, open your heart, trust somebody, go and talk to somebody. The King of Cups is a counselling energy. So for instance, if this is to do with divorce, if it's, you know, something to do with leaving a friendship group, you might need a little bit of support here, because this is what the King of Cups does. He's emotionally stable. With that Moon card, it's like getting things off your chest. Maybe, you know, maybe you're going to be going into some sort of counselling role with this Ace of Wands, with this Hierophant energy. You know, when we see the Hierophant, it can be to do with healing too. And that can be very much the counselling energy. But the King of Cups, you know what? The advice is, maybe you've got somebody around you that is, you know, you can go and talk to, because this guy is the most, like, he's the most feminine king of the kings in the tarot. And I say that because he wears his heart on his sleeve. He's not afraid to show his emotions. And again, it's very much like, get things off your chest, Sagittarius. If that means go and talking to somebody. And you've got double Pisces here too. So have you got a Piscean around you? I don't know. But beautiful cards. So you've got so much support here, whatever this is referring to. And then you've got the Sun card, the card of, as a potential outcome of absolute joy and growth. Whereas I felt before you were stuck in this rut, everything seems to be growing now. And it's because you're watering it though. You know what? Things don't just grow for, you know, you've got to weed your garden, haven't you, and water it. Let's have a look. Why is the Sun card here? Please and thank you for Sagittarius. Then we have one more. Page of Pentacles. Now, the Page of Pentacles is about new beginnings. This is about Pentacles, so it's money. So first Pentacle. Oh no, your Eight of Pentacles down here. Yeah, look at that. How you're sitting at the moment is considering some sort of perhaps side hustle, some external goal to get money in. Along with that Sun card, the positivity, the Page of Pentacles makes a commitment to that goal. And they look at ways that they can perhaps learn something new in order to do that. I really feel like there's a real turning point here for you. The Page of Pentacles takes practical steps to achieve the Eight. But you've got to get something off your chest first here, Sagittarius. Clear your energy. But absolutely lovely reading. What shall we finish on? We've got to finish on a wisdom of the oracle, haven't we? Wow. Okay, let's just ask for one final message for Sagittarius, please, and thank you for this birthday reading. But it does feel like with that Three of Cups, you're deciding to separate yourself from something. I think you've just outgrown. You've got Blessed. What a beautiful card. This is about practicing gratitude. So whilst this is all going on, and I know it sounds really simple, but if we practice gratitude, it changes our vibration that we put out to the universe too. And it can be something as simple as, I don't know, doing 3, like you don't have to do lines and lines and lines and lines of paper. Just do 3 before you go to bed. And then 3 when you wake up, if you remember. If you don't remember, don't worry about it. Do it when you can. But it's always best to do it before you go to bed and then first thing in the morning, because I always think if you feel a bit like when they say, oh, now I'm waffling, before you go under anaesthetic, yeah, if you have good thoughts, you'll wake up with good thoughts. That's how I think of going to bed with good thoughts and gratitude, wake up in that high vibration, if you like. So just practice gratitude while this is all going on. It will definitely be an eye-opener for you. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, Sagittarius. Have a fabulous birthday. Let me know how it resonates. And don't forget to check out the midweek readings and your own zodiac sign reading too. But yeah, have a great one. Thanks for watching. Take care.